Why calorie balance is so important for weight management, especially when we are getting older. How many calories should you consume to lose belly fat? Is it possible to sustainably lose weight without feeling starved and restricted? Stay with me for the next 10 minutes. I will explain you everything and provide easy to follow steps to get started. Many of us are stuck at our desks, working with computers. We spend a lot of time sitting without movement. While we may enjoy our jobs and love what we are doing, such sedentary behavior can influence our health and the state of our body. It may not be a problem in our 20s or 30s, but as we age, the lack of physical activity can impact our health in many negative ways. The most common health issues related to sedentary lifestyle are back and joint pain, high blood pressure, and of course excess weight. The interesting thing about excess weight is that while it is a problem by itself, it can also cause multiple other health issues. By getting rid of a bare belly, you can actually become much healthier overall. As a software developer, I had this problem too. I spend a lot of time at my laptop, which requires me to be quite creative in terms of keeping my body healthy. What helps me keep my weight under control is maintaining a calorie balance. Let me explain to you how it works and what you can do right now to start losing weight. Our body works like an efficient engine, enabling us to enjoy our daily activities. Every engine needs fuel to work, and let's consider calories to be that fuel for our body. When we eat food or drink beverages, the calories from those meals enter our fuel tank. Then, when we work, sleep, watch TV, or even breathe, our body uses this fuel for energy. Calorie balance is the difference between the calories we consume from food and towards the calories we expend for our activities. But what happens when you consume more calories than your body actually needs? While it can just disappear, it is stored in our body's fuel tank in the form of fat tissue. In the same way, when we consume less fuel than needed, our engine takes energy from its fuel tank, reducing our fat storage. So now things are starting to look quite obvious, right? But you may ask, what about all these modern diets and specific physical exercises that promise to melt away belly fat? Aren't they effective? Well, I would say yes and no, because it depends. Most diets focus either on restricting certain types of meals or on severely limiting the amount of food you consume. While this can be beneficial in the short term, and you can indeed lose some weight, there is a chance you will gain this weight back after finishing your diet. By the way, have you recently tried any diets? Where is they effective for you? Feel free to share your journey in the comments below, so that me and other guys can also learn from your experience. Talking about specific workouts focused on losing belly fat, they can be effective as part of your overall physical activity, because you will burn calories while working out. However, simply increasing your physical activity without considering your dietary habits won't be effective. But don't be discouraged. Now that you understand the important role calorie balance plays in weight management, let's address the next question. How many calories should you consume? The amount of calories you should consume, as we already know, depends on your daily calorie expenditure. Our daily calorie expenditure consists of two components. One part is the calories our body expends passively for its basic activities, such as breathing or digestion. This is called basal metabolic rate, or BMR. Let's name it passive calories. You can easily calculate your passive calories using a BMR calculator. The other part is the calories we expend during physical activities, like walking, doing some housework, or working out. You can track those calories using a fitness tracker or a smartwatch.
Did you know that the brain consumes a significant portion of our daily calorie intake? While it only weighs about 2% of our body weight, the brain can use up to 20% of our daily energy expenditure.
Thank you, Emma. But doesn't mean I need to think harder to lose more weight. I guess she doesn't know. Okay, to figure out our total daily energy expenditure, we need to summarize our active and passive calories. I should mention here that calorie expenditure will vary for each individual. It depends on weight, age, and other biological factors, so you can't simply use average numbers for your calculations. I know, it might sound a little bit confusing right now, but don't worry, it's not as difficult as it seems. In my another video, I explain in details how you can track the calories you expend daily. I will leave the link in the description, so be sure to check it out. Once you have your total daily energy expenditure, you can estimate the number of calories you should consume for weight loss. A safe and recommended calorie deficit is typically about 400 or 500 calories per day. This helps you lose weight gradually, without stressing your body, and promotes long-term results. For example, if you expend approximately 2300 calories per day, you should aim to consume no more than 18 or 1900 calories. Pretty simple, right? But for many of us, maintaining a calorie deficit on a regular basis can be very challenging. After all, who wants to be hungry? But don't worry, you don't have to. Creating a calorie deficit for weight loss doesn't mean you have to starve or perform extensive workouts every day. The more stress it puts on our body and mind, the lower the chances of achieving long-term, sustainable results. That's why we will choose a more balanced approach. If we aim to create a deficit of 400 calories, we can split this number between consumption and expenditure. In simple terms, we can eat 200 calories less and expend 200 more. Nothing complicated, right? What does it mean to eat 200 calories less? You only need to skip that afternoon snack of chips, or opt for sugar-free beverages throughout the day, or have just one less slice of pizza during dinner. These small adjustments won't leave you feeling hungry, but they will make a huge difference for your calorie balance. The same goes for your physical activity. To expend 200 calories more without stressing yourself, you just need to take a 40-minute walk, ride the bike for 20 minutes, or spend 30 minutes gardening in your backyard. Also, clicking the like button and subscribing to this channel will make you spend an extra 10 calories right now, so I definitely recommend doing it. As you can see, all these simple activities won't take up much time or leave you exhausted. But by the end of the day, you will have achieved your total 400 calorie deficit that you were aiming for. Are you with me so far? Then let me share some extra tips that you may find very helpful. Eat protein-rich foods for breakfast. Numerous studies have proven that consuming a lot of protein in the first half of the day can effectively regulate your blood sugar levels and make you feel less hungry throughout the day. Also, protein is crucial for preserving your muscles during weight loss period. Drink more water. Here is the trick. Often we can feel hungry, when in fact we are thirsty. When you drink water, it can help fill your stomach and potentially reduce cravings, leading to lower calorie intake. Also, staying well hydrated can improve metabolic function and potentially help with weight management. Don't rush. You may be tempted to further increase your calorie deficit to speed up the process of losing weight. And while it may seem logical, in reality it may lead to the opposite result. Your metabolism needs time to adapt to new challenges in the form of a calorie deficit, and stressing it too much may lead to fatigue and loss of muscle instead of fat. So now you're fully packed with the theory. It's time to take some practical steps.
Action time.
To start, you need to track the calories you consume and expend. I have created 2 separate videos where I explain in detail how to track calories properly, saving you time. I will leave the links in the description, so be sure to check them out. Now, with the numbers of your average daily calorie consumption and expenditure, calculate your current calorie balance. To do this, simply subtract the calories you expend from the calories you consume. If the balance is positive, you are likely gaining weight right now. Moving further, set your calorie deficit goal. As I mentioned before, recommended number is about 400 to 500 calories a day. Apply what you've learned previously and split these calories between your meals and physical activity to achieve more sustainable results. Recalculate your basal metabolic rate every 3 months and adjust your calorie goals accordingly. By following all the steps mentioned above, your body composition should gradually change over time, lowering your fat percentage. That's why it's important to recalculate your BMR and keep your calorie goals updated. And one thing to mention before you jump in. Some of you may have health conditions requiring specific diets or exercise plans. Talk to your doctor to make sure these tips are safe for you. Losing excess weight is not an easy process and can take several years to achieve. But the good part is that the slower you progress, the more sustainable the result will be. Keep this in mind and don't be upset if you don't see a significant decrease in weight on your scale after a month or two. If you want to learn more about hacking your meal habits for losing excess weight, watch the next video. And subscribe to the channel for more simple and practical tips on wellness, nutrition, and losing belly fat. Be healthy, be active, and enjoy!